Hello guys, we want to solve 9 to 12 now. This first question is for under AC circuit. Say in the diagram above, what is impedance? Impedance they give here to be what 240 volt. Although we will not need it because impedance is actually equal to what? Solution what 9 is equal to what? Z equal to square root of R square plus XL minus SC all square. But in this question now, if you check, don't forget that anytime SL equal to SC, resonance occur. Anytime XL equal to SC, resonance occur. They also give us what 50 Hz as frequency. Now look at the board now. They said what this is the impedance they want us to calculate, but there is X, there is R given to us as 53 ohms. Our XC, we don't know it, but we can calculate it as 1 over 2 pi FC. Now don't forget that the formula to use to calculate what reactance are called a capacitor. But the problem some of you have is because of your calculator that you are not using. So look at it, you take it step by step. Pi times 4. What is our this one? Would have 50 times what? C is what 5 times 10 to the power what? Minus what? 6 microfarad. So this one go up by what have that 10 to the power 6 all over what? This is 250 and 250 times what? 5 plus 2 equals 500. So 500 what? Pi. So now if we want to write this one, I can write this one as 1000 times 100 all over what 500 pi times pi. Please ensure you learn these keys because it will help you to solve problems. So this one will now give us what? This one counts here 1, this one counts here 2. So I want to have it as what? 2000 divided by pi. That is our what? Our x. Now what do we need now? We have just put it on our formula. Don't forget that XL is equal to 0. XL equal to what? 0. So in that case, since SL equal to 0, then we forget about it. Use 0 here. We would have Z equal to what? Finally, we would have 53 all square plus what? 2000 divided by 22 over 7, which is times 7 all what square. So what I want to have now is what 49 times what 4 will give us what 49 times 4 will give us 49 times 4 will give us what? That's 3, 16, 196. So 19600. So 196 what 000 then into what 6 by what 000 divided by what 22 times 22 is plus what 53 times 53. So square root of that. So that's how you do it in the exam, so that you will not miss it. So when you do it like that, you can now use your calculator to do that. You don't even need to bother yourself about those 360. So what you just need to do is what 196 divided by what 22 divided by what another what 22. So what I want to have is what 0.4. So I want to have the square root of what this one will give us 0.404 times this one, that will give us what 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'm going to have it as what 4049586 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. So that would have this 0.60. Then we are going to have 53 times 53. I would have 2089. So if you add it together, plus 4049 what 9586, then I want to have it as what? As 4052, comma 395. Now, this is 405. That is about 0.5. That should be what? This one is not there. 6 is not there. That means 407. That is 0.6. That is 0.404, 407, 767.6. Now, if you check, this is about 407,000. The square root of what? 400 is 200. So, if you now what? Do the what? The skill, you will notice that the answer to that question will be what? Giving us 4 what? Because this one now, if you check all the options, the one that is closer to that answer is what? That is smaller. Is this one? This is 1.6 million. This is about 3600. So this one should be our answer. Because if I find what, look at it, you can square this one in the exam. If you are confused, just square this one. The one that I say is what? 36.6 times what? 636.6. You are going to see that you are going to have that particular answer. So your answer will be what? So you don't need to what? Finish, do that one. You just go to the option. You look at the one that is closer to that one. If you check others now, 750.8. Let's see, times 750.8 is bigger, 53 something. So if you check this one, this one about 17 something, 176 thousands. Then this one before, and this one should be what? Let's say 411.7. Let's check this one too. Times 711.7. So it's 50 something. So you see that this one can never be answered. So the answer should be what? C. So that's how to what? To know your answer. Now the next one I want to do now is what? I say the violet is the most deviated color in what? Spectrum. It implies that what? It has dash. Now there is something I want to tell you about violet. Very interesting. Now, if we have what? These various colors. We have these various colors. Now, what are the various colors that we have? We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Now, these are the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Violet has the what? The highest what? Refractive index. It has the highest refractive what? Index. Don't forget refractive index, you know, is N, which is sin I over sin R. Number 2 point is that you need to know about what? It has the what? It has the lowest what? Or the shortest wavelength. Shortest what? Wavelength. Shortest wavelength. Please don't forget this number. Point number 3 that you need to highlight is that what? It has the what? The highest energy. We call it photon energy. Now look at the word. Now if I say energy, it means that don't forget that E equal to what? AC over lambda. It's not something you can. AC over lambda from quantum physics. Now if C is constant for all of them, because if they travel through vacuum, don't forget their speed C is the same for all of them when they travel through vacuum, but they don't have the same C when they travel through the medium. So red is the fastest what color among all these colors. Red has the fastest color, although in your understand what that means. We are assuming that if they don't move through a particular vacuum where they have the same speed, it means that red will be the fastest. Red can travel far. That's why if you check most of the banner that they do, when they pull red, red is catching. In fact, even traffic, if you want to have an issue with your car, what they use more is what your triangle is red, so that someone can see from far, because that's how it works. So don't forget, it has the highest what? Photon energy. So if you know this now, that means the question become easy. Then don't forget it's bent more. It has the what? The highest what? Bending. When they what? Move out from the class to air, it has the what? The highest what? Bending. And bending is what? Deviation. So bending of light. For example, if I pass through them, look at this what? Uh what equilateral triangular prism. So now if light now what as they come out, what happens? Some of them are what deviated like you look at the board, they will now deviate like this. You understand? The one that most deviated is what we call the violet, followed by what? The indigo, followed by blue, followed by what? Green, followed by yellow, followed by what? Orange and red. So if it, as they come out from the particular one, that is how they will work. So the highest bending has the highest what? Deviation. In case of exam, that's which of these following color has the highest bending. So the answer to that question is A. The next one is that the total energy required to move a positive what? Charge round a complete circuit or electric circuit is what? EMF. But if I remove the total and I put the energy required to move a positive charge round a complete electric circuit, I will choose potential what? Difference, PD or the terminal PD. So the difference between what? A EMF and potential difference is that EMF is the what? Is the total work done in moving a charge round a entire circuit, and it is defined like this. It has a definition like this. Now, if you have work done, don't forget, work done is equal to what? QV. So work done equal to QV, where what? Or QE, because if it's total work done. So E is equal to what? Total work done divided by charge. So that is the formula for EMF. Now let's move to the next one. They said what? The transfer of heat, which involves the diffusion of heat through what? Matter from one end of the body to another through without what? Relative what? Motion. Without relative motion of the molecules of the body is dash. Now when there is a transfer or diffusion of heat from one end to another of matter without what? The medium itself, you call it conduction. Then when there is what? A travel of a body, when the body is traveling through space, we call it what? Through vacuum, we call it radiation. That does not require medium for heat propagation. I was asking students, I said, when a particular metal is placed in air and is cooled, what is the transfer of heat that is involved? Please, if you know the answer, you can type it at the comment section. When a particular metal is suspended in air and is allowed to cool, what heat transfer has occurred there? Is it conduction? Is it convention? Is it radiation? Is it convention and radiation? Let us know your answer in the comment section. Now let's move ahead. Now we say that what? Conduction is what? Without the movement of the medium. So that means if I have this one as a metal, it can be passed from this end to this end without this body moving. But when it now involve this body itself moving, involved in the motion, we call it what? A convention. So the proper answer to this question is what? Is conduction. So I believe you enjoy it, because why do we choose conduction? They say what? Without the what? The relative motion of the what? Of the molecules of the body. That is to say, the molecules of the body that make up the body. Don't forget, matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. And a matter is what? Is formed by from atom to molecules to what? Matter. And matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. So the mass in the matter is made up of molecules and atoms. So in that case now, when the molecules are not relatively in motion with the body, it means that the body is not even involved in the movement of what? Of the heat transfer. It's only what being used as a medium by which heat transfer from one end to another. So that is how we know the difference between conduction and convention. I believe you enjoyed the class. Please don't forget, water is a medium. If you heat water now, water can move from the lower part. If you heat water now, the lower end of the water will what? Gain what? Kinetic energy, and will move to the top. Now, that means water have moved, the molecule has involved in movement. But when you heat a rod, for example, your what? Your aluminium or spoon, it can only be transferred from one end of, or from that plate, mouth of the spoon to where you are, the handle of the spoon. That's why most of the handle of of this metal spoon are made up of insulator, in order for the person not to feel the heat when he's turning hot substance. Thank you very much. I believe you enjoyed. My name is Engineer Holiday. Keep watching, keep subscribe, and click the notification button to get more of our video. Thank you. God bless you.